Welcome to another random episode of some Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024 on PC. Again, my specs down below. It's not a flex. It's to share with people, different people that are playing this game with different hardwares and how it kind of just all works out. I have to lock it at 30 FPS, unlike 2020. I've already talked about that before. I want to do some more career mode because it gives you like specific goals to do, and I just feel like because of that, even though it's got an always online requirement, I'm just enjoying this game noticeably more than the last one. So again, career mode right here. And don't forget, if you want to check this out, it doesn't matter if you're on Xbox, if you're on the computer, you can check this out on Game Pass. And then you could check out Stalker 2 and a bunch of other games that are coming out. So here it's pretty simple. It'll show the certifications that you went through. Let's take a look at the specialization tree. I first did this one where you have to be level 1. You get your private pilot license. And it says the compatible aircrafts in which you could use for that mission. Some of them I haven't gotten yet, like the tailwheel endorsement. The next one after that is ferry flight, for example. Oh, but you need to be level 3. I was only level 1 when I finished the other one. How do you do that? Well, naturally, you would just go back, and that's where you go to missions. And then you'll see some missions. You can hit G, or the prompt here, to see what missions you have available. I made a mistake. I have no missions, sorry. I have to go do the training. That's right. So I'm trying to do specialization. I don't play the game for half a day, and I'm forgetting how to do this shit. Bear with me. Certification. My goodness. There we go. And no, I'm not going to edit this out. It shows you how brain dead I can be at times. So the first one we did is this one. If we wanted to, we could go to this one now, actually, because we qualify. But I want to go into the tailwheel endorsement here, so that I can fly planes that have tail draggers. So I go here. And then, don't look at my score. C, A, B. I'm trying to do the whole alphabet. A, B, C, okay? Now I've naturally got 2 more to do. I've got this one here. And what's cool is when you pay to fly, like for the course, you'll always have enough credit as long as you pass the other one, which you can't skip anyways. And if you fail, you don't have to pay to redo the test. It's free. I failed a couple times. Okay. On some other stuff. Some things just didn't make sense to me. It's like, what? And then sometimes there's also moments along the training that you can just skip. But then you'll lose XP for doing so. I don't give a shit. I'm sure you can grind XP after. I'm assuming you can just replay the missions and stuff like that. I really actually don't know. But once I do this, I am going to kind of look to see. I don't know how that works. I wish I could tell you I know what I'm saying, but I really don't. I'm hoping at some point, like I said, you can just continuously repeat doing search and rescue missions and stuff like that with infinite replay. So here, as you can see, we're already in the air. And I did turn up the voices of the NPCs, which means that I may have to not be able to talk as much.
Flagstaff Airport is right in front of us, and we're currently at 8,500 feet. That's 500 feet above the standard traffic pattern. It's a good altitude to avoid interfering with aircraft already in the pattern. Proceed above the terrain, making sure you maintain our current altitude.
Oh. Maintain 80. Okay, so that means... Let me shoot up the trim a smidgen. Just a degree or something can really, really make a big difference. Like you have no idea. Or maybe you do. That way you don't always have to use the yoik. The yoik. The yoke. You don't have to yoink on the yoke. The yoink. Oh no, I want to reach 8,500. Quick. Get us up there, Scotty. She didn't say anything about...
We're going to land on runway 21, coming from the right to the left. We'll be following a left-hand traffic pattern, as we did in Sedona. Ready? Reduce speed to 80 knots and start a turn to the left toward a 120-degree heading. As we pass over the runway again, start descending to 8,000 feet, still maintaining 80 knots.
I turned right, and I still got it. That's kind of funny.
You'll enter the pattern in the middle of the downwind leg for runway 21.
Where's the airport? All I see is a bunch of trees. 80 knots. I don't want to cut the engine off completely.
We've got clearance to enter the downwind leg and land on runway 21. Keep your attitude, then follow the standard pattern.
My attitude or my altitude? I mean, I do have a bad attitude sometimes.
Let's start again. Ready? Reduce speed to 80 knots and start a turn to the left toward a 120-degree heading.
Let me focus, because if I try and be funny, which I'm not, it just, nothing ever good comes out of that.
As we pass over the runway again, start descending to 8,000 feet, still maintaining 80 knots. You'll enter the pattern in the middle of the downwind leg for runway 21.
80 knots, reach the middle. Was I supposed to go there? Thought I'm... Whatever. I'm gonna go to that one over there. That's the end. That's the middle. I'm so confused. Which one do I go to? Come on. Very specific things you've got to hit here. I am maintaining... Oh, I guess I'm not. Ah, hold on a second. Oh, wait, I have to go to that one? Okay. Whatever. So I failed some of them. That's what ends up happening. Getting a lot of, very minor 1 frame per second stutters. I don't know why that is. I'm gonna end up stalling. There we go. Everything's like very specific. You gotta watch everything. And then we're gonna land on the runway. Alright, let's try to maintain 65 knots. 65 knots. You don't want to stall either, but... This is where I could use my, my trim. Oh, boy. Okay, so... Yes, it is funny. It's okay to laugh. There, little bit of trim action. Just a little wee bit. Yeah, sometimes that happens with some games, just in general. Where I'll end up getting a little bit of stuttering, and then I just have to quickly restart my computer. And then I'm good. Let's see if she's impressed with me. Oh, there, we're making... You're not even looking at me. I'm looking at you.
Additional practice will help, don't worry.
I'm not worried. Why would I be worried? This ain't the real deal. That's a C. Guaranteed I got a C. Yeah. Don't look. Yeah, I got a C, almost a B. But I passed. That's the main point. First solo navigation. Cessna, again, 172 Skyhawk. Does that mean I won't hear her chirping in my ear? Because solo is, you know what I mean? Means one person. Let me just... Trying to adjust my seat here. A little bit more comfy.
Are you ready for this?
Oh, okay.
On a full VFR flight. From takeoff to touchdown.
Oh, I'll miss her. Call me.
Flagstaff Pulliam Airport, handling every navigational step on your way to Sedona. It's the return trip from your previous lessons. You will be flying over the same landmarks. You remember them? The highway, Munns Park Golf Club.
Yeah, when you're in the sky, everything's blue and white with green stuff at the bottom. Everything looks the same.
Everything you've learned, and most of all, enjoy the ride.
Oh, I'm gonna enjoy it. Believe you me. Get that thing out of here. Good thing I have a mouse that I can just do that with, and then I can just do that. I think I can take off. Yeah. Maintain 75 knots. Up. Up. With the trim. I think I have to turn to the right. Come on, full power. I don't know if I'm supposed to turn. I just know that I'm struggling. Well, not really struggling. It's just... There we go. Nice and easy. But you don't want to trim too much because then you'll end up stalling. It's one of those things where while remaining in the vicinity of the... Am I really in the vicinity? I mean, I am slowly ascending to 8,000 feet. I'll go back towards the vicinity. Plus, I think this is the direction I need to go in. I'm having a hard time reaching that 75 knots. Just playing with the trim. A little bit. Trying to find that happy medium where I'm not... Yeah, that's way too aggressive. Come on, another so many knots. Now all of a sudden I've ruined it. Because they're like very specific demands, right? You don't always just want to redline. There we go. Jesus. RPMs to 2300. Like that. Position the aircraft above the runway center. Where's that? I mean, I see the pink bar. I think I have to go back to the aircraft, which is, or the airport, which is why they said stay in the vicinity. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, see, there it is on the mini-map there. I don't know if I'm supposed to be going left. Whatever. Let me just focus on my altitude, which is pretty decent. And then slowly turning. With the trigger. I think I was supposed to come from the other way so that I can go that way. I guess I'll find out in a minute if I screwed it up or not. I mean, this is the center of the runway. Yeah, okay. There you go. Start the stopwatch. Oh, for real? I did. Reach Munns Park Golf Course. I don't know if I still have to maintain my 2300 RPM, because it doesn't ask me to do that anymore. Just for a moment. Like I said before, I don't usually like first-person view in airplanes because the dash really blocks a lot of your view. Unless you're like constantly nosediving so you can see the ground. I'm just weird that way. Alright. Playing with that angled stuff again, the trim. I forgot about the trim. It is just absolutely crazy how big of a difference it makes. I should probably using the trigger now slowly. Otherwise, if you just crank it, it'll do that. Then there's turbulence, and the ride was not smooth like those people that were complaining to me. Yeah, normally speaking, I don't know if 2300 RPMs would be considered the average speed that you'd want to go. Or not the speed, but the engine power. I think that was just so that you can learn control a little bit. I forget how to bring up the map, like the big map, so that you can really see how you're doing. Nonetheless, this is relaxing. Yeah, really, as I've mentioned before, my only criticism is the same as Microsoft 2020, is if you get a little too close to the ground, some of the roads will look very bizarre. Like, I mean very bizarre. Like, you'll drive, and then all of a sudden there's a road that goes almost, like, up at a 90-degree angle. Yes, I am nitpicking, but I'm just sharing that. Sometimes you want to fly over and go, oh, look at that, and you're just kind of like, that looks weird. But when you're in a section like this with just trees and, you know, you got a road that's all the way over there and you can't really see it, out of sight, out of mind, well then, yeah. Then it's perfect, pretty much. This is definitely the longest lesson I've had to do so far. Which is fine. Just means the video is going to be longer than I was hoping. Thankfully for you, you could just be like, forget this bullshit, eject. Get me out of here. Because these aren't exactly the most entertaining kind of videos. I mean, unless you're like Dave Chappelle funny. You know what I mean? Like, and you're just joke after joke after joke. The main point of these is for me to just talk, have some fun, vent, sometimes about life, which I don't do too much. Normally I tend to stick to the task at hand. But in a moment like this would be the perfect opportunity to be like, so, what about them elections? You happy with the result? Blah, blah, blah. How are your friends and family handling it? How do you deal with your friends and such that are on the other side of the fence? You're red and they're blue. How do you come together? And then people will argue, stick to gaming, or if an actor is a movie star, stick to movies. It's like, no, people should be able to voice how they feel about stuff. It shouldn't be that controversial. That big of a deal. But yeah, with the clouds, the mountains, the light, pretty amazing. Yeah, it looks like we're going to be turning right at some point. Because we have our checkpoint, if you will, over here. I went over a little bit, heaven forbid. Sometimes I have to admit it can be a little bit challenging, at least for me, to find that proper balance of the trim so that I don't have to use the yoke much. Remember the yoink? The yoik. And, yeah. Navigate to Sedona. Reset the... Oh, Jesus. Yeah. I'll maintain the feet in a moment. Yeah, me, it's definitely going to be replaying the missions, not these tests that I'm going to be looking forward to. Come on, get up there. Definitely a completely different vibe than any kind of driving game. Whether it's a trucking simulator game, you're driving in Forza Horizon, you're on a dirt bike. Anything, right? This is a completely different feel out of all of them. I just don't remember, and I did play it recently. I just don't know if this looks much better than 2020, and the fact that I'm questioning myself maybe answers my question. Yeah, definitely don't enjoy that view as much for this plane. It's not terrible compared to like an Airbus. Yeah, we are almost there. Wherever that is. I think it's the other airport, like she was saying. Oh, 80 knots. Descend to 6,500. Okay. That means we got a nosedive. Well, not literally, but... How does it expect us to get there so quickly? Okay. Okay. Calm down. Oh, it's because I thought it was going to be all the 3 steps like right away. It just wanted one of them done. Because sometimes if you don't meet the objective, like all the objectives at the same time, it's like, that's it. Are we flying over, or are we actually going to land? It just wants us to fly over it. Okay. Well, let's cut all engine power. Doesn't tell us how high, so what I can do is just lift up. There. Enter the traffic pattern. Okay. Descend. In this case, I have to ascend. To 6,500. Full engine power, and I'll slowly do what I gotta do to get there. Without stalling. Come on, you can do it. Because you lose points if you don't meet some of the requirements. All right. Yeah, we'll turn left. Nice and slow. Maintain the 6,000 feet. Reach the end of the downwind leg. Come on. And then I can just pull up. There we go, just to meet it on time. Huh? How do you like that? Maintain 65 knots, reach the end of the base leg. Nice and easy. Yeah, good luck reaching 65 knots by the time I get there. Unless I do that. Ah, I just missed it! Whatever. Well, you can't win them all. Little stutter there. Ah, I didn't maintain the speed. That's fine. Let me just land the aircraft. Brake. Don't flip it. Don't flip it. I'm holding it. I guess it was a big deal because now it's going to be going into the next tier of planes you're allowed to fly. I think maybe that's why this one was so long, but the first one...
But you can do better.
Oh, fuck off.
Some people say the sky's the limit. I say it's just the beginning.
It was fun. Yeah. Oh, I got a B halfway to A. I'm surprised. Really? Next training. What? No. Let's go back to the certification. I'm done with the recording regardless of what's left to do. I thought that was the last one. Yeah? That was the last one. I'm confused. Why is this one still locked? Commercial pilot license. Airplane. Okay. I'm missing something. I'll have to figure this out on my own. Because I've already done this. Like, I passed. I mean, I know this was not... This was really hard. The whole trim thing. Like, I just don't understand. You know what? I'll have to figure that out on my own, honestly. And it's not this one because this is rotorcraft. This is something completely different. For this, you need commercial pilot license airplane. Yeah, I'm completely at a loss of what I need to do. Yeah, see, not available. Not available. None of these missions are available. None of them. Yeah, I'm completely... I should have done the next training thing when I was in that list. Listen, I don't want to make this video any longer than it already is. It's already going to take a long time to process and all that. So I'm going to end it here, and I'm going to have to figure this out, like I said, on my own. I don't know if it's because my rep sucks. I just don't... I don't understand at all, honestly, what it is I have to do. Whatsoever. Yeah, I'm completely just... I don't know what to do. Thumbs up if you liked the video. It does greatly help support the channel with that algorithm in trying to make me more relevant in the search results when people are looking shit up. And if you didn't like the video, go ahead and give it a thumbs down. And I'll bend it in half, twist it, I'll break it off in your ass. And if you want to subscribe to the channel, naturally that'd be great. But if not, thanks for stopping by anyways. Take care. Maybe I'll see some of you in the next one. I'll see on my own if I can get a B or something on this, and maybe it'll make it better. Who knows? Bye for now.